Hey guys, so I haven't been doing a ton of gardening lately. I've been really busy and it's still been hot outside. I come out here and kind of check on things, water things if it hasn't rained very much. And I mean, there's just a lot of work going on, getting ready for back to school, for a back to school that's very uncertain. Things are just still hard in the world right now, as you guys all know. And I just find myself in a lot of deep thought, and I haven't had a ton to say, so I haven't recorded a lot of videos. But the other day I came out, having gotten off work one evening, and came out to the back and just, I was just feeling the weight of the chaos in our world, of the hurt in our world, and just feeling down, generally down. And I look up, and you guys saw the picture before, but my sunflower, the one sunflower that survived, is in full bloom. And here it is again. So pretty. So, I'm coming out, I'm cleaning up some weeds and just looking at the garden and how it didn't come to completion the way I wanted it to this season. But I look up and I see this sunflower, and it reached all the way into my heart. That in the middle of the chaos that is life right now, there's still beauty, and there's still people of beauty. There's a lot of hurt in our world, and it doesn't need to be minimized. We don't need to be saying, oh, be more positive, blah, blah, blah. We do need to be positive, but we also need to acknowledge each other's feelings. And a friend of mine actually posted an article about that earlier today, or yesterday I saw it. It's a lesson I kind of learned after I got married. I used to be a very blindly positive person, to the point that, I didn't want to look at anything difficult or acknowledge anything difficult. I'd rather just live kind of in oblivion. But that's not the way to live. And I can't inundate myself with the bad news and the negative 24/7, but I also can't sit back and ignore it. And that's just kind of how life has gone for a lot of people. People who, I'd love to deny that the coronavirus is real. I didn't really get that opportunity right off the bat because we knew someone who lost their life due to it early on. So it was very real to us. And it's still around, and it's not going away anytime soon. And we're going to have to learn how to take care of one another through this challenging time. None of us wanted it to happen. None of us wants life to be this hard. But ignoring the situation is not going to make it go away. And, there are some things you can overlook, and it's not a big deal. This is not something to overlook. Name it, claim it doesn't work in every single circumstance. I do believe there is some level of self-fulfilling prophecy that we live into the vision of ourselves that we cast, who we believe we are. But at the same time, there is a reality that we move within, that we have no control over. What we do have control over is listening to one another and supporting one another, giving a crap about one another. So I don't know what these next few months are going to hold. I know it's going to be the most different set of seasons ever. I'm thinking about like the church seasons coming up, all the festivals, all the things we normally do to gather together. And unless we have some kind of, miraculous change, those are going to be very different this year. But that doesn't mean that we still can't make it through and we still can't support each other. We can do this. Anyway, it's the heat of summer, and so most of what I've been devoting my time to is getting rid of the overgrowth that happens in the summer. Those summer weeds and the growth like is just so strong, and just overtakes. Like I think of poems and literature that describes like the battle between man and nature. Like that truly is summer, when it's like nature's trying to reclaim the yard back from me, and part of me wants to let it have it. But there's also kind of a balance there, a relationship. So the things I do to the yard affects what kind of creatures live in the yard. And yeah, there are some creatures I'm fine living nearby, and there's some that I'm not. Anyway, so I have a series of just before and after videos of some of the work I've done around the house. There's still a ton to do, and you just have to do what you can every day and not give up. And so that's where I'm at. I'm not giving up. I've done a little bit last weekend, not really enough to share a video with you, and I'm not giving up now. So I'm gonna keep contributing in the way that God's placed me to contribute, and try my best to focus on Him and to love and reach out to those that are dear to me, and really anyone, my fellow man, and think about that. I'm nervous. I'm afraid of what the future holds for us. I don't really believe in the statement, well, it can't get worse. I believe it could always definitely get worse, but I'm really hoping, I'm really waiting for it to get better. Anyway, take care, and hopefully we'll have more gardening videos for you soon and see some of the other cool stuff that's happening in the garden. some dead leaves here. I'll have to trim those up later. Let's see what we got here for. We had some zucchini going strong, not too